Hi guys and welcome back to the Bftv show, sponsored by Royal Sports.
So guys, welcome back to this week's episode. I think it's going to be 2 episodes this week, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, we have a game Saturday. How did I forget that?
I don't know.
Game Saturday? My memory's terrible at the minute. But yeah, we're going to go over, obviously, the past 2 games. Obviously, we played Millwall and QPR, which was a tricky double away fixture, which we'll get into. And obviously, we will preview our midweek trip to Leicester in the 5th round. So plenty coming up for you in this episode, and we hope that you enjoy. So grab a seat, grab a hot drink as well while you're at it, or in my case, Jack Daniels, and excuse the glass. I have no whiskey glasses left, so
maybe we should have a vote in the comments. Who's a hot drink? Who's a cold drink person? Because I'm definitely a coffee girl.
Yeah, and I'm whatever takes my float at the time. But obviously, guys, if you can leave a like in this, that would be great. Can we hit 70 likes? I'm going to set a really high ambitious target, but you guys have been doing really well recently. And we've been feeling the positivity from it. So if we can hit 70, that would be great, guys. And obviously, comment down below what your thoughts were through all the talking points, all the topics. Obviously, we've got the 2 games, and obviously we've got 2 games coming up, so if you want to comment about the Reading game, feel free to throw it in now, and we'll obviously try and talk about it on the preview show coming up on Friday morning. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So
Cool. So we start off the show really today by talking about our fixture against Millwall last Wednesday away at the Den. It was really a very nothing game, wasn't it? I think we went into it hoping our unbeaten run would continue, but I think if we're realistic, it was going to be a tough fixture against Millwall.
Yeah, massively. I said at the start of last week that we needed to try and beat Sheffield Wednesday because I feared how difficult the 2 away games were. Millwall, QPR, both in good form, both very, very strong teams at home, which we discussed last week. And to come away with the results that we did, I was not too disheartened at all. And in fact, I was very pleased. I was more disappointed with the home draw against Sheffield Wednesday, but pleased with the manner of it. But yeah, I thought that Millwall, it was one I highlighted as a tricky obstacle to overcome.
Yeah.
And I thought we dealt with it really well.
I think we did. I think the fact that it finished 0-0 was probably quite tough to take after the disallowed Pedersen goal from a Mark Roberts throw-in. So something was going to happen from a Mark Roberts throw-in at some point, let's be honest here. But yeah, talk us through that disallowed goal, why it was disallowed, and your thoughts on it.
No idea. Honestly, no idea. Obviously, he's give it for a foul, but if that's a foul, the game's gone. It's a contact sport. Both players... Dean was pushed as well, so he could have got a penalty if we're talking on that kind of contact.
Yeah.
But he had a slight arm in the back of Cooper, which you have to jump with your arms in the air anyway. And
I don't know anyone that jumps with the arms by their sides.
You try it, you can't jump as high. It's physically impossible. And to give that as a foul, fantastic finish by the way from Pedersen. Great control and volley. I think that would have been like his 4th or his 5th of the season from left back. That's quality. But yeah, really disappointing. I thought. I don't know how you felt about the game, but the overall feeling from the game, and I don't know what you guys felt about it back home, but was a bit of a nothing game, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think it was there wasn't too much excitement with it. I'll put the stats up on the side of the screen here, but it wasn't hugely exciting. If anything, Millwall were on top for some parts of the game.
Yeah.
And I think we did very well to keep the clean sheet, and we did score technically, but yeah, it was a dead game, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think that without sounding disrespectful to Millwall, who were a very good team, have performed exceptionally well this season, that we kind of played into their hands, playing that sort of very physical style. I know that we have got that element to us, but I felt that we were a little bit more direct than usual. Maybe that was the conditions. It's very blustery. It was
cold.
Yeah, it was cold, but it's cold everywhere. Ivan Sunjic doesn't moan about it. But
no, but I do.
Yeah, but you do. I don't know. Yeah, we kind of played into their hands. We kind of knew that. I think after that disallowed goal, I think we just kind of accepted that we'd set up shop and get a draw and come away, keep that unbeaten run going. A point away from home. I've said it umpteenth times on this show now that if you draw all your away games and you win all your home games, that's like 90 odd points, and you're promoted. Now, if you draw all your away games, now we haven't won all our home games, which is.
But we did draw our last one.
No, yeah, but you get my drift.
Yeah.
So I never view an away draw as a bad point, regardless of where you go, whether it be bottom of the league or top of the league, because they're all difficult and everybody prefers playing at home.
Yeah.
It gives them something else. So yeah, a point I was dead happy with it. I was happy with the resolute defending after conceding 3 on the Saturday, and it was it was one of them where in the end you were very happy to come away with the draw.
So following that game, we're on to QPR away. Another away day in the capital.
Yes.
Another tough away fixture that I think probably has a lot more talking points, but we'll start with the man of the moment, Mr. Scott Hogan.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
his first goal. Go through that.
Yeah, I think a lot of QPR fans actually thought that was offside. I thought he timed his run perfectly. It seems to be his trademark, where he can play off the shoulder of the defender.
Yeah.
And spins in behind. He's lightning quick. You couldn't tell.
He is really, really
lightning
fast,
quick.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's off the mark. He's so fast. Adams was quick, but off the mark in terms of from a standing point was not as quick as Hogan. Now Shea had different qualities that Hogan doesn't have.
Yeah.
But Scott is a poacher and a predator, and it was a great little finish. I thought a lot of strikers would panic there, but he kind of just pokes it past the goalkeeper, and you know what's going to happen there. I thought the defender might have got back. It was a bad view from where we were. I didn't really see it go over the line, but
I didn't see anything.
I knew he was
for that the whole game.
But no, he did well, and he deserves that, and he's keeping that great run of form going that he's got, and he's been the link that we've missed. Bless Alvaro, great guy, great character, and a lot of quality in different areas, but not what we needed at that time. And Hogan was that player that we needed, and he adds a different dimension because we were too predictable when we had Djukovic and Alvaro up front.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's great to see Scott scoring, and to go in 1-0 ahead at half time was I was delighted. I couldn't believe it, to be honest. And we maybe could have been 2-0 up, but also they had the disallowed goal for the offside.
Yeah.
So we kind of rode our luck a little bit, but I thought 1-0 was fair at the half time.
And then going into the second half, our luck did begin to run out a little bit. I think it was more of a bit of a 10 minutes of madness, both from Christian Pedersen and lapse of concentration, and Bright Samuel in absolute quality, really. It was a tale of two halves. That Pedersen has been fantastic for us this season, and just 10 minutes, it's the only bad 10 minutes he's had all season.
Yeah.
QPR are able to capitalise on us with Bright Samuel,
the most
being
informed winger in the league, in
Yeah.
my opinion. Him and Bella, the two informed wingers, and yeah, they managed to get in behind him once in the first half for the goal.
Yeah.
It was disallowed, and they were kind of dragging him out to play a ball in behind and cutting through the centre half and the left back, and the man would go around the outside. They'd play that ball, and it worked for them numerous times. And bless him, Peds, you can't moan at him because he has been one of our, if not player of the season this season, absolutely outstanding. And it's just unfortunate that he comes up against Asay Samuel, who is outstanding as well. And since Christmas, he's been in red hot form, and yeah, he's a quality winger. He's a quality winger who we just couldn't deal with for that 10 minutes.
And Pugh and Hugo scored from both of his quality down the side, and it really began to bite us a little bit. But after that, we struggled and we got back into it. Yeah,
after the second goal, I think that we calmed down. We got a little bit more control of the ball. For me, at the minute, my biggest worry with Blues is we're not holding on to the ball. We're not trying to move it as well. We're a little bit too direct at the minute, a little bit too over the top, or a little bit too onto Duke. We need to use the midfield a lot more, and the full-backs have got to be a lot better in possession. I know Max got an assist for Hogan's goal, but we're struggling to hold the ball and keep possession. Now, I know that's a big thing that Pep wants, but at the minute we've sacrificed it. I think we need to just look at tweaking that slightly to be better and to be more composed. But yeah, we look good. We created a few more chances. I think that we had one that was saved. I think I had from a set piece that the keeper clawed away, and we had a couple of good flash shots, and then obviously from a set piece from Crowley, flick on from guards, and a poacher's instinct again from Scott Hogan, who's got 6 goals in seven games now. Six
yeah,
goals.
I was going to say, you stole my stat.
Yes.
6 goals in 7 games.
And 1 assist, if I'm not mistaken,
Think so.
as well. Yeah, so 7 goal involvements in 7 games is phenomenal. I don't think anybody scored more goals than him since he signed on January the 20th, I think. I think Mitrovic is second with 4. I can't remember who put it up. I think it was Second Tier Podcast. May have put it up. Touchwood, don't know. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, he's brilliant. And I said it, when we signed him, that I wasn't unhappy with the signing. I was very pleased, actually. So yeah, I think ultimately coming away from that game with another point to score 2 goals, I'm pleased. Nobody scored more home goals than QPR this season. I think 30, somewhere in the high 30s. I don't know. And I think they've gathered like 35 or 36 of their 50 points at home this season. So they are so strong at home. And to come away with something, not many teams, Derby got beat there in midweek before us. Flying high Derby. So I thought we played well. There's still loads we can improve on. I don't think the squad is good enough to do what Pep wants to do, and especially the depth. Losing Bella at the weekend was a massive blow, because you look at it now and it's okay. You got midweek against Leicester. He probably wouldn't have played anyway. But going into Saturday's game against Reading, what a big loss that's going to be. And it's a case of who replaces him. But I'm sure we'll get into that now, talking about the Leicester game.
So there was a penalty shout at the end of the game. I feel like it wasn't given because Hogan stayed on his feet.
Yeah.
Being the true man that he is, and not diving on the floor like some people.
Yeah.
Talk us through that penalty shout.
Yeah, it's a stonewall penalty. If he goes down, hits the deck, it's so obvious it's a penalty. Not one QPR fan would moan if he hits the deck, because he's chopped from behind. The guys tried to get the ball, completely missed it, took the man out, and it's a penalty. The ref doesn't know what to do. He thinks, he stumbled, so he carries on, and I think that it's disappointing that he doesn't then pull it back for a penalty.
Another question.
Yep.
If it was any other team in the Championship, would that have been given?
Well, I don't like this. I don't like this conspiracy. I don't like conspiracy theories, but it's becoming less paranoia, more fact that we're not getting the decisions.
But I think if you look back over the decisions that we've had against us this season, there's something going on, or
I don't know what it is.
It's just blind stupidity.
I think the standard of the officials is atrocious in this level.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, it is, and I don't understand why, because it's not like they're fully paid, trained, everything now. I don't understand why they're making these poor decisions, and it's not just that. It's you denied the penalty at QPR that could win you the game. The goal disallowed at Millwall, which is a perfectly good goal, that denies you the win.
Borough.
Middlesbrough, you score in the last minute. That, okay, it probably could have been given, but why wait 45 seconds for us to put the ball in the back of the net before you give it? That denies us the win. Mm-hmm. A penalty claim against Preston earlier in the season could have got us a point.
Yeah.
Penalty shout against Cardiff at home should have got us a point. Should have got us 3 points, sorry. Cardiff away.
Don't talk to me about that game.
No, Cardiff away was a joke officiating.
Don't talk to me about that game.
So I've lost count of how many times that we've had ridiculously poor decisions, and this is not even touching on the fact that Lukas Jukovic is assaulted once or twice a game, physically assaulted, and gets nothing. He had his shirt ripped off him again Saturday, literally ripped off his back, and the ref doesn't even, it's not even like he plays advantage. He's not going to give anything, and I don't understand it. They had a meeting about it.
That's what I was going to say. I genuinely don't understand. But if it was to go against Mitrovic, the foul would be given.
Maybe.
If it was to go against Lewis Grabban, it would be given.
Maybe. Who knows? We can't talk about conspiracy. All that we know is we're not getting the decisions. We've probably lost mate, let's play it safe and say 6 points from that.
It's more a theory than a conspiracy.
Well, yeah, but 6 points puts us top 10. And it might sound petty and stupid.
It puts us 2 points off playoffs, I think.
Yeah, something stupid like that. I'm not saying that we would have got playoffs still, but what I'm saying is it's not fair that you've been denied this many points from poor officiating. If it was from your own making, then fine, but it's not, and it's consistent, so something needs to happen and something needs to change. But moving on, I'll get angry otherwise.
Yeah, let's bring a bit of positivity back to this show. We are playing third in the Premier League, Leicester City, on Wednesday.
Joy.
I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Jamie Vardy is not going to feature. Yeah. I've heard that through the grapevine. What are your thoughts going into this game? Just completely off the bat, what are your gut instincts?
I don't know. Is my honest. It's one of them where you're going into it with so little fear and no pressure whatsoever. Anything can happen. It really can. He's going to rest players. He's going to change things around. He's going to try to rest some of his key players to prevent injury. And we've got a game Saturday which we need to win, ideally, against a struggling Reading or a hot and cold Reading. And yeah, I think that as long as we go out there and give a good performance and don't embarrass ourselves in any way, then it's a no-lose situation. It really isn't. And yeah, I'm excited. 5,500 Blues. You know that's going to be noisy. So
the good thing about stats is that you can make them look how you want. In Leicester's last 5 Premier League games, they have won 1, drawn 3 and lost 1. So that fills me with a little bit of confidence that we might be able to get something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not bothered either way, to be honest, because if you go through to the next game, you're in the quarter-final, that's great. It's great, but you know, I think everybody wants. Ideally, people are like, "Oh, we can get to Wembley, but we're still 2 games away. Are we going to beat Leicester? That's a monumental task." And then whoever you're going to get in the quarter-final, it'll be like a Man City or a Chelsea. You're not really going to beat them either.
Bring it on,
I mean, yeah, bring it on. I'd love it. I'd love an away day at the Etihad. It's actually one of 4 I've not been to in the Prem, so
sorry.
I need to get that one off my list. So yeah, no, it's one of them, and it's just the team I'm worried about at the minute in terms of our team, not their team. Is what's worrying me.
So they have got Jamie Vardy out. Their next highest top goal scorer is Perez. He has 10 less goals than Jamie Vardy this season, with 7, and then there's James Maddison with 6, Harvey Barnes with 4, Ian Acho with 3. So they haven't got really a prolific goal scorer in the league, apart from Vardy. What do you think that we can do to capitalise against them? You
do what we do. We just need to go and play our game. Vardy is pivotal to Leicester. Everybody knows that. And then he brings, he drags people away, and that brings the others into play, and that allows them to have more time. But Blues have got their own players like that. You take Juki out of our team. We're a lot lighter and a lot less dangerous. Take Hogan out. It's the same concept. So, yeah, Blues are going to have to just go there and enjoy themselves, play with freedom, play attacking football and go at them. Don't sit back. Just go at them. If we lose, we lose. It's no biggie. But it all depends who we've got to put out there is my worry.
I know Bellingham was rested against QPR. Do you think he'll be coming straight back in?
Yeah, I think I spoke to a Leicester City fan for his preview show earlier today, and he has said, I said to him that I think he'll come back in. I think he was rested on Saturday. I think with the injury to Bella, he's kind of got to come back in, so to speak. I think he can play this game, and then he can still play the game at Reading against Reading on Saturday. Because then we've still got a week between the next game, so he'll be okay. But I think if we're looking at putting a decent side out, he's got to play.
So going back onto Leicester, what are your thoughts on their team and who you think they're going to start with, and what can we expect from Leicester City?
I think that obviously without Vardy, they will have probably Inacho up front, probably Perez up front, probably people like Albrighton out wide. So plenty of quality, plenty. It doesn't matter if you take Vardy out. They've got a lot of quality and depth because they're pushing for Champions League. They're not there without the quality and depth. It's simple. So I think obviously Inacho you've got to highlight as a key player for them. I'd probably say they'll start with I say they'll start with Schmeichel. I don't know, but if they do, obviously he's a leader for them. And I really couldn't tell you who they're going to put out. If it was a league game, I could tell you, and I know exactly who the target men or who the key men are. But they could play any one of several players in several positions because they've got that much depth. And I'm sure that they're going to want to rest players to obviously keep the momentum in the challenge for the top four. So all I know is that obviously the forward line is blessed with goals. Outside of Vardy, I know it's only sort of 6 and 7, but they're still getting goals all over the park, and they're a dangerous team and a very good team at that.
One last question for you about Leicester. Do you think that the Premier League is a priority for them, or do you think they'll really want to give this cup run a go?
Of course they want to give the cup a go. I think it's the last piece of silverware they can win this season. Obviously they're out of the Prem. Everybody's out of the Prem except Liverpool. So they're going to want to give this one a go. They're not going to take it easy, and I think the team they'll put out will still be strong, but they'll rest some players. So yeah, they're going to want to win this. They're not going to take it easy on us. They're not going to put a stupidly weak squad out. And we're going to have to play, again, we say it every week, to our best and more this week to get the result that we want. And if that's what we want, then I don't struggle to see where we're going to get it from, but if I think he'll make the change that I think he's going to make, Pep, then we'll be a little bit lightweight, I think. But
so let's go into that. What changes do you think he's going to make?
I think obviously in the forward lines, I think he'll go with Campy in goal, and I think he'll play a back four of. I think he'll give Max a rest. I think Max has looked a little bit shaky at times in the last maybe 6 weeks. He's
mentioned that at QPR.
Yeah, he's looked a bit of a shadow of himself, and that's. I think he had one good game against Brentford. He kept Ben Rama quiet, but other than that, he's looked a little bit off the pace, and I don't know what it is. So give Wes a go. Thought in the last game against Cov that he played, he was outstanding. He's a Leicester boy as well, so he's going to want to play. I think the 2 centre backs will be Dean and Clark Salter. I think he'll bring Clark Salter back in, give Roberts a rest, rotate, because obviously Roberts is the only one that stayed in. He's rotated Dean and Clark Salter. Now he'll play Clark Salter instead of Roberts, rotate them again. I think it's a good pairing. I think it's solid enough. Plenty of pace in that back line, plenty of strength and height, and then Pedersen will have to stay in at left back. I don't see that one changing at all. And then across the midfield, I think he'll play Montero one side. Use his legs, use his pace to try and stretch them.
I have to say he was much better against QPR.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
than he has been in recent weeks. So credit to him for that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Still not where I'd expect a player of his quality, but can't criticise him. He's come on and made some sort of impact in the last 2. He didn't play against Millwall, against Sheffield Wednesday. He made an impact.
Last 2 that he appeared in. Yeah.
I'd expect the midfield 2 pairing to be Kifton Bell to start. I expect him to start this one, and Gary Gardner, probably. Obviously, give Sunjic a rest for Saturday. The other side, it's a toss-up between Crowley and Bellingham.
For me, I think Crowley needs more game time after his injury, so I would put him in.
But then you've also got to nurse him back in. The hamstring, he struggled with that hamstring this season.
Yeah,
it's a tough one. Yeah, he could play either of them. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see Bellingham in. Okay. As much as I love Crowley, I think that you player like that at that age with a hamstring injury, you've got to monitor that, because look what it's doing to Kane. He's had to be out for almost 5 months. He's had to have a big operation because it kept going. You've got to monitor those. And then up front, I think he'll rest Hogan, and I think he'll play. He may even play a 4-4-1-1, and he'll go with Marabti in behind Jukovic. I think that Marabti needs game time. He'll bring Marabti back in. If he needs to, obviously he'll change it, and he's got obviously Crowley or Bellingham on the bench. Yeah. He'll have Hogan on the bench, so he'll have plenty of options. But I think Marabti can cause enough problems. He's got great movement. I rate him very highly. I just think that he's never really got, and when he has got a solid run of games,
he's been pulled out.
He's really good, and then he gets pulled out. So it's a shame. So I'd like to see him play. But I think that's the team he'll go with, or something close to that. And see how we can do, and if we can last till the 70th, 80th minute, maybe bring on some changes and try and hit them late on.
On Love Sport Radio, I said that we were going to draw 2-2 and then win on penalties.
Bold statement.
But I don't actually think that's going to happen.
Oh, okay. So you're just lying to them then?
No, I thought it at the time. then I sort of came back down to earth and realised actually we're probably not going to do as well as I hope. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen in the cup game.
Leicester in poor run of form.
No, I'm going to stick with it.
Okay, fine.
We're going to draw 2-2 and we're going to win on penalties.
Okay. I think Leicester in a poor run of form. I think we're in a good, steady run of form. Not rocketing, but we're in a steady run of form. And you can see confidence is high in the team because we keep coming from behind when we need to. We're scoring a good amount of goals. We can defend well at times at the minute. We're so inconsistent at the minute at the back. No, I can't. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Leicester. I can't.
Boo!
Yeah, I know. What a negative Nelly. They're so good. Come on.
They are really good.
He's a good manager. Tactically, I just think he'll get it a little bit better than Pep, Brendan Rodgers. I think they've got good players. Doesn't matter who they play. I think we'll actually take the lead. I think Murabti will score as well. I'm you know me, I'm a big Murabti fanboy. I think Murabti will score. And then we'll try and hang on, and maybe just after half time again concede, and then we'll probably concede late on. It'll be, but I think we'll play well. I think that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
I think at the minute I don't see many bad performances from Blues. I really don't. I'm hoping I'm proved wrong, but let us know in the comments, guys. What do you think? Win? Are we going to win? Are we going through to the quarterfinal, or are we going to lose? And yeah, I mean, 5th round is still good. I'm dead immensely proud of them for coming through the last 2 rounds and a replay as well. So
I mean, thinking back where we were at Christmas time, the whole squad, the whole team, we've completely done a 180.
Yeah.
And the momentum and everything in the club has just gone up. And you know what? I think getting Leicester is the biggest test we're going to have for a very long time. And I'm absolutely relishing it, can you tell?
Yeah, well. Who doesn't love a good cup upset? But
I love it. I love a good test.
Definitely. But I think that just about wraps it up, doesn't it?
It does.
I think we're looking forward to this one, guys. I hope you guys are as well. Let us know. Do you think, am I right with my team selection? I'm usually not at the minute, to be honest. But let us know what you're going to go with. Let us know your thoughts going into this one. Are you confident of a win? Are you confident of a good performance? What team do you think? Let us know as well. Key to this is letting us know what you thought about the last 2 games. What do you think about the QPR game? What did you think about the Millwall game? Were we unlucky? Should we have taken more than the 2 points we have taken? Were you happy with those points as well? And I'm trying to think. I was thinking earlier, you guys should let us know as well down in the comments. Where do you guys think we're going to finish this season? Let me know. Let me know how many points you think we're going to finish on between now and the end of the season. I know big calls, but I want to get you guys involved. I want to see what everybody else thinks before I make my stupid predictions. So let us know, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn the bell on all that jazz that everyone says in all their videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep right on.
Keep right on, guys.